In this video, I'm going to talk about when your opponent's keeping their posture, but they're putting their hands inside your armpits. This is a very common situation that happens a lot. Now, they're not putting their hands inside your armpits and getting a very, very low posture, even though these particular concepts still apply. So, you know, it doesn't really matter if they're high or low. And this is what I mean. I'm going to get inside Russ's guard really quick. What I mean is, they're here like this, okay? So here in this particular situation, my hands are inside his armpits or even on his biceps. Same thing, it's the same thing. And my posture is higher here. So I have a higher posture, but it's still a little bit broken. But what makes this effective is that when he goes to reach up and grab, it's much harder because I have good control of his upper body, right? I have good control of his upper body by controlling his armpits or controlling his biceps. So the same thing, when he goes to reach, it's much harder. Sometimes the armpits, it's like a more secure grip because you're basically not like flailing your hands around with them, but it's gonna vary based on what the person does. However, you're gonna have a lot of people who go like this as well. They're gonna be down low here. And they're gonna be down low like that. The same things still apply regardless if they do a low posture or if they have a higher posture. So one of the things that we're gonna do is when the person has their hands inside your armpits, and this applies gi or no gi, all right? So even though we're not wearing a gi, it still applies. He has his posture here, and I can't grab him. Like, this is very hard to deal with, and this is extremely annoying. A lot of people have trouble with this. I can't swim underneath. Here, I can't pick at his elbows. I don't have those options, those basic options that we learned in previous videos. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to take my body where he's taking me, all right? Essentially, he's taking me upwards. It's very common. So I'm going to say, okay, you want to take me this way? I'm going to go this way. I'm going to raise my arm way over my head. So now the pressure he tries to put inside my armpit, it decreases an extreme amount. And I also have mobility here. Whereas if I'm low here like this, I don't have mobility under here. But when I'm up here, I can freely wave my arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my arms way over my head, look to my left, and then grab his wrist. Then from there, I peel his wrist right off. In the perfect world, I'm going to quickly pop him across, and I could either take his back, or I can go for flower sweeps, pendulum sweeps. Just having his arm across my midline is an extreme advantage for me. So I'm here like this. Boom. And grab it. If let's say I can't grab initially, I'm gonna go back and forth. Here, I'm basically gonna do a side by side quick motion, and I'm gonna grab whatever wrist I can possibly grab that's gonna help me deal with this particular situation. You're gonna have some people who come here and they're just gonna go like this. I can't grab. They're gonna say, "Oh, I can't grab it." It's because first of all, you're not trying hard enough, and second of all, you're not switching sides. All right, switching sides is going to be an extreme benefit. So I'm going to, and then I can start working here. And notice I'm trying to drag his arm across. I'm trying to take advantage of the situation that's given to me because when I do that, right, that's heel hooking me in the middle. When I do that, it gives me the ability to turn what's actually a defensive maneuver into an offense right away. So we're here like this, right? He has his hands down low. I don't do this. I can't do it. I can't come inside. I can't come under. I can't do these things. I can go up though. Lots of times you'll see me do this. I'll use both hands because it helps me pick and choose whichever side I want. Right? So I come here, boom, grab the wrist. Then at this point, I pull like this. Okay? Now you may see me open my legs when I do this, all right? And the reason why you may see me do this is because lots of times when I have my legs closed, right, it's hard for me to twist my entire body. Like my body can only make it so far. So I do like a bicycle. This is still technically the closed guard. I'm paying attention to him, paying attention to my feet, right? Because high-level people, they're going to be paying attention to whether your ankle's open or not, all right? That's a high-level tip right there. You need to pay attention to your feet because he's paying attention to your feet, right? Brown belts and black belts, they're not just trying to open your guard. They're trying to see if you open your guard for them, okay? And you need to, as a higher level thinker, think what your feet are doing because you don't want to give him a free open. You don't want to give him a free guard break. Okay, so if we go back, when I come here, boom, see, now I close my guard again. Then I can get my different positions. Here I got like a reverse Kimura grip, which can help me work arm drags and so on and so forth. There's just lots of different things that I can do with this situation. This situation turns into offensive closed guard. That's also why sometimes I like it when they put their hands in my armpits. I'm like, okay, great, you're giving me offensive opportunities. So once again, we're here. If I can't grab this way, I go 1, 2, and then I switch. Now I might not be able to completely drag. He may pull his elbow back, right? But here, I'm gonna grab his head right away. So in that way, he can't just easily get his posture back. And then I'll start working my positions on him and my attacks. So that's one way that you can deal with the hands in the armpits in regards to when the person is inside your closed guard. So play around with this. If you have any questions or comments, post below. Peace.